Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we will discuss about what are the causes of unemployment. Already we have discussed about what are the consequences of unemployment. If there is unemployment, how it will affect on the economy, and what are the other consequences for this unemployment. Now today's video is about what are the causes of unemployment. So the major causes of unemployment are discussed as under. First is that low rate of economic growth. This is one of the cause of this unemployment, low rate of economic growth. That means what? Due to this low rate of economic growth, jobs are created less. New jobs are created very less. As we have seen earlier that job opportunity is less, that is why there is unemployment. Now, due to less creation of job opportunities, we can tell that low rate of economic growth. Economic growth will be low. And also we can see that the industrial sector is growing at a very slow rate. Industrial sector is also very growing. Industries are not growing at a very fast rate. It is also growing at a very slow rate. So this has led to open unemployment in the industrial sector, and the pressure on the agricultural land is more and more. As because there is no job creation in the industrial sector, that is why many people are engaged in this agricultural sector, which has led to disguised unemployment. Already we have discussed about the different types of unemployment in the earlier video. So those who haven't gone through the video, please see the video and you can able to understand the different types of unemployment. There I have discussed in detail about what is the meaning of this word disguised unemployment. Next, low rate of agriculture. Second point is low rate of agriculture. That the low growth rate of agriculture implies growth rate of unemployment in the agriculture sector is very low. And in the agricultural sector also, the employment rate is low. And what happened? The productivity of the agriculture is also low due to inadequate capital. And what else we can see that the productivity of the agriculture is also very low. Why? Because of inadequate capital. Capital is not sufficient. Then what? Outmoded technology. You're using the very backdated technology. And what happened? And there is also a lack of multiple cropping. Multiple cropping is lack there, and also excessive pressure on the population on land causes a seasonal and the disguised unemployment. So excessive pressure on the land, excessive pressure on the agricultural land, which lead to the seasonal and disguised unemployment. Next is that low rate of capital formation. What is this low rate of capital formation? This is another factor responsible for the low rate of capital formation. That means what here? Non-availability of the machinery transport. See, raw material is not available. Machinery transport, this is not available. What these machinery, this transport, the raw material, which are very much important for the growth of both the industrial as well as the agricultural sector. That is why due to this non-availability of the transport machinery power, therefore what we can say that the growth of this industrial and agricultural sector is hampered, and so the job creation also adversely affect in this sector. Okay, so therefore the job creation also adversely affected in this sector. Next is what? Rapid population growth. Next is rapid population growth. This is also one of the factors which cause the unemployment. That means what? Population is increasing day by day. That means as population is increasing, labor force is also increasing. But what we can see that more people means more expenditure on the consumer goods. As because the population is increasing, their expenditure is also increasing because they need more of the consumer goods. And what happens? This reduces the savings, which in turn investment, and therefore the job creation will be less. If the saving is less, that means what? Investment is also less. So therefore the job creation is also less here. Next is what use of capital intensive technique, the fifth point. Here what happened, despite of availability of the surplus labor, government encouraged capital intensive technique because the government is giving more emphasis on the capital intensive technique. Capital intensive technique creates less employment because generally when the labor is required for the production, but the government is giving what more emphasis on the capital intensive technique. Therefore what happens, if we use machine to produce any goods, then what will happen, we are requiring less labor is required. So for that reason what happened, again there is an unemployment. Next, defective education system. Education system is also very defective. We are given much emphasis on the traditional system rather than the vocational and technical education, giving more emphasis on the traditional system. Next, what happened? Inadequate employment planning. This inadequate employment planning also created unemployment problem continuously. Planning is not employment oriented. We are not focusing on the employment, how we can create employment. We are not focusing on that. So that means what, proper planning is not there. That is why this is also one of the reason of unemployment. Next is the decline of the cottage and small scale industry, the ninth point. This is what the cottage industry have declined over the years due to the emergence of the modern industries. And what happened, people are leaving the traditional job, and which result in unemployment in the rural areas. Generally these cottage industries are set up in the rural areas. Now due to this modern industries are adopted, so people are shifting, people are migrating from the rural to the urban areas. Therefore there is an unemployment in the rural areas, and the urban areas are overburdened, and in the urban areas also they are failing to give the employment to the growing population. Next is what, migration of the rural population. This is also one of the factors what we can see, that people migrate from the rural to the urban area due to employment opportunities and higher wages in the urban areas. They think that if they shift from village to the cities, they can get more employment, they can get more employment opportunities, and also they think that here the wages are very high as compared to that of the rural areas. But the thing is that the jobs are not available in the urban areas for everyone. So what we can say, so there is unemployment in the urban areas. So these are the 10 points. What are the causes of unemployment? So I have just given detail of it. Okay, so if in the question also in your exams, if you come out of the causes of unemployment, if you write this also, you will get the full marks, because the highlighted point, only the keywords there in this. I have given all the keywords to make this full answer. So if you follow this also, you can follow this material, you can also be able to write your answers. So those who haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe it, and very important videos are given on this channel, important question answer discussions also there. Any doubt if you have, you can ask me on the comment box, and I can able to clear off all your doubts by making a videos. So thanks for watching once again.